Okay, everyone, this is not a drill, even though this list will be effective April 1st of 2003. We finally have a new list from Konami. The last list that they gave was in December of 2002. I think since then, things have been pretty fine. Like, there haven't been any, like, too centralizing of a deck or cards or things like that. So I am personally fine with this, like, with things as they are right now. I can't really think of anything too crazy that I want hit. Maybe something like, Gemini Elf, Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer, or Bazoo the Soul Eater, because those are very, very strong monsters. But I feel like overall, there's nothing like that I'm like, yeah, this thing needs to go. I think we have a pretty good format right now here in early 2003. So let's see what the new April 1st, 2003 list is and see how I like it. So start off with, no forbidden cards, hopefully, because, yeah, okay, of course, because they wouldn't ban cards from play, right? We spend good money to get those cards. So, of course, Konami would not actually hit those. So I think that makes a lot of sense here. Moving on to the limited section. Okay, it seems like business as usual so far. Yeah, I don't really see anything different. I mean, we got the Exodia pieces. We got the Power 5 spells here. We got Mirror Force, the Hand Rips, Painful Choice, Snatch Steal, Cyberjar. I mean, that is all standard. Upstart Goblin. Sword of Dealing Light. Oh, okay. No, I think those were limited already. Yeah, it's just it never really comes up that they're limited or semi. Yeah, this is all normal as well. Ceasefire, yep. Premature Burial, Call the Haunted, Morphing Jar, Limit Removal. Those are all the same. Sangan getting limited, though, is interesting. That's an interesting hit there because, I mean, I guess it makes sense. You don't want the resource engine to go on for too long. You don't want to do like Sangan, search a witch or something like that. So I do like putting it to 1. I don't think that's a bad change. Magic Cylinder, okay, I can see it. I mean, it is a card that you can potentially use to do some burn damage to your opponent. I feel like most of the time you can play around it with like Heavy Storm and like MST and things like that. But I will say it is kind of annoying in a format like this where you do have big monsters running around all the time. That Magic Cylinder can put a stop to your attack and also deal you some damage. That is kind of annoying. So I'm glad this thing is limited to 1. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We stand Mage Power. Those are interesting as well. Sure, those equip cards are somewhat powerful, but I feel like those aren't really the best strategies because MST on an attack declaration just completely hoses any like equip focused deck. So I'm not the biggest fan of these being limited. I feel like the equip decks kind of need these cards to be unlimited, especially because they're not searchable. So if you want to build an equip deck like this, it's much easier when you have these cards both unlimited. But I guess they want to just preemptively get out ahead of this in case there's any like combo deck that can set up this play like very consistently. But I still feel like these things could be a bit more free in the format. But overall, I'm not surprised that nothing really changed there. Let's go to semi-limits, see if anything's here. I guess Backup Soldier and Morphing Jar number 2 are both semi-limited, but I don't hate those in inclusions here. Like, Exodia is not a good deck, so Backup Soldier isn't really that good anymore. And Morphing Jar number 2 is an annoying card, so I don't hate like dropping it down a bit, but also I don't think it needs to be limited necessarily. It's annoying, but it's definitely manageable. So, yeah, I feel like this is a fine list. I mean, nothing too crazy compared to like the last couple lists that we really did need some intervention. Here, I think it just sort of cleaned up the format a bit. I think Konami's recognizing, or not Konami, Upper Deck Entertainment. Konami's the people who run in Japan, not here in the good old US of A. But I think they're recognizing that, we got a pretty good format on our hands, so they don't necessarily need to take any action here. And I approve. So let me know what you think about this limit list down in the comments below. I like it. I think it's fine. Maybe as we continue to explore further, it will be not really a good list, but I think the changes made are perfectly acceptable, even if it does hit equip strategies. But let me know if you would have liked certain things to get further restricted, like maybe you think Heavy Storm or Nox should be limited to 1 copy, or whether you think things should come off the list even. I mean, they haven't really taken something from the limited section to semi-limited or unlimited yet, but maybe you're someone who thinks like limit removal could be sort of semi or unlimited or something like that. Let me know down in the comments below. And subscribe to the channel if you want more retro Yu-Gi-Oh content. Although there isn't much retro to do in 2003. It would just be last year. But I'm planning on branching out into that sort of content in the future. But let me know what you think about this video down below. And until next time, I've been Ben from YGR from Zero. I'm signing off.